So I was about to go sleep yesterday and I saw someone asking for advice on some mechanics. So I was thinking maybe someone else would answer it. So I left for a bit, but then I came back, and when I checked, no one had answered it yet. So I decided to make this video. So let's start off with the basics first. So HP and GP. So GP first. GP refers to shield, as you can see by the blue bar. Now the main thing about shield is it can essentially take you out of certain combos. It could be like the difference between you taking a lot of damage and a bit of damage. So for example, let's use All Might since I mainly use All Might now. So for example, I hit him with a beta. Now that shield's broken, you see, I can, hit him with my alpha. But let's say, hold on, let's move to level 9 and give it infinite cooldowns as well as give him GP auto recovery. Okay, so now take a look at this. We hit him with beta. You see how we're unable to hit him with our alphas? And that's because of GP. The moment they get out of stun or they stop taking damage for a bit, they essentially get iframes midair or wherever they are. Uh, okay, so let's do it once more. Look at that. No damage taken because of the GP. Now let's move into HP. HP is the green bar. So let's use Sky down here. Now let's move to HP auto recovery. Alright. Let's just break a shield real quick. Okay. Now that he's down to HP, look at what happens. We hit him with one of these. You see, we can hit him multiple times. And this works with All Might's Gamma as well, as you can see. Now imagine you're already low on HP and then you get hit by one of these and then you're there. You're like, okay, you're thinking what to do next, but then the All Might just alphas you and then you get killed. So this is one of those situations where you want to air recover. Okay, so essentially the reason why many people suggest getting your GP up instead of HP first is because of these reasons. You usually have less GP. I mean, yeah, you have less GP than HP, but it's extremely helpful for this reason, mainly because it can stop a lot of combos. But of course, there are some exceptions. For example, I think Aizawa doesn't matter if you have HP or GP. Hold on, let's get to this guy. Don't use Aizawa much, so I could be wrong here. But you use him like this, and then you could probably do this. But since we're in training mode anyways, we might as well use Gamma. So you can see, even though he had GP, you're still able to grab him again. So there are some exceptions in the game. Now the next thing is downforce. Now what is downforce? Essentially, downforce is a hidden stat for every character. So every character has like a bar of downforce. Every move has its own downforce. For example, if we take Rapid All Might, you'll notice that you can get a few hits off, and he's not gone down yet. But if you hit him a bit, you can see that he goes down. That's mainly because this move has a starting point of 45 down power. And then after that, it gradually increases, which is why he doesn't go down immediately. But the more you attack him, the more it adds up. Main thing for HP versus GP. So let's use Rapid All Might as an example. So usually you'd see Rapid All Mights doing this, one of these and then another one of these, and then they get hard knocked down. So that's because of their downforce. But when you use Gamma, for example, the suplex, let's say we hit them, even if we manage to hit them, well, nothing bugged, amazing. Let's grab him again, use him, nice. And then even if we hit him midair, you'll see that does no damage because he's already hard knocked down. There's no more damage. That's also because of the Gamma's downforce. Okay, so let's get on to the next segment, which is going to be air recovery. So let's take West Baku. It's on the side. Fine. Oh, let's fly on over to him. Okay, so the next segment is going to be air recovery. So right now, let him hit us once with this gamma. Okay, so you can see we can't really fight back or do anything. Now let him do it once more. And let's see. He hits us, we jump, and then we can do one of these, you know. So it really, we're able to react really quick. So if you're low HP or if he's low HP, it's not exactly recommended if you're low HP, mainly because if they're seasoned players, they just react to you air recovery and then they just, kill you because you're exchanging iframes. So usually once you get hit by him, come on, do gamma, you can see we kind of glow white. That's essentially our iframes. But the moment you jump in the air is when you're trading those iframes in exchange. So right now we don't have any iframes anymore. So you're trading those iframes just to attack back faster. So now there are certain characters you definitely don't want to air recover against. Um, Easily right off the tip of my tongue, I can say Ochako, both Ochakos, yellow and even the blue one. Okay, so for some characters, if you're fighting them, you really do not want to air cover. So right off the bat, I can tell you right now, you don't want to air cover against Strike Kirishima or any Ochako. Doesn't matter which Ochako it is. Do not air cover because they can just do this thing, throw on, you air cover, throw on the one. She has a combo. I don't really use Ochako, so I can't really do it, but let's see. Something like this, maybe? Yeah, something like that. So so when he was falling down, let's say he air covered. So Ochako can just do this, air cover again, do another one of these. So you really do not want to be air covering. As for the iframes part, like I said earlier, once you air cover in the air, you do exchange your iframes for fast attacking. But there is also a small exception to that. So let's say you air cover. Hold on, let's make him gamma again. Let's say he hits us. We air cover. But if you don't do anything, you can move around. But as long as you don't attack or use a melee, once you air cover, you still have iframes until you touch the ground. Look at that. We still have iframes, but the moment you touch the ground, it's gone. But okay, let's do once more. Okay, we do this. We hit him. You see how our iframes instantly gone. So you attack or melee, you lose iframes right in the air without touching the ground. But if you don't do anything, you'll touch the ground and then lose iframes. Now the reason why it's not exactly recommended to air cover if you are at low HP is, hold on, let me do this game again. You can see we slowly get up, we still have iframes while we move around, and then we lose iframes. Now there is another mechanic. So we do this, hit the ground, but then we hold down a movement key. Less iframes, but still you're moving in another direction. So maybe let's say you get like downed over here, maybe the enemies right here, you get hit here, you fall down here. So when you get back up, you can jump to this location and then maybe float yourself away. So in those situations, that's really helpful. But in general, at low HP, unless the enemy is able to combo you when you have no health, when you have no shield, it's always recommended to not air cover. Now there are also certain characters you wanna air cover at versus almost all the time. One example I showed you earlier, like with All Might, you don't wanna be, just falling down once All Might hits you without shield, because he will, well, assuming he knows how to play All Might, he will follow up with alphas once he hits you with his beta or gamma. All right, as for the question here, the reason why sometimes, even though maybe the downforce is perfect, right? You're supposed to get iframes, or some other stuff happens. The main reason is that the ground acts as like the combo ender, you could say. A lot of times the ground is the reason why certain combos don't work. Whether it's for Aizawa, whether it's for All Might, the list keeps going on. So let's take Yellow Kirishima, for example. So obviously we all know once Kirishima hits you, all of his moves, Alpha, well, the last hit of Alpha knocks you down. His Beta, his Gamma, All of them, once it hits, you can't do anything after it. But in certain situations, you can extend that. So, for example, let's say we hit him here, and then we do it. You see that? He got hit twice. But if we hit him over here, let's say this area, you can see, because he touched the ground, he got iframes. We can't hit him. But why did it not work from here? But why did it work from here? Essentially, once we hit him here, he hasn't touched the ground yet. So he doesn't have iframes just yet. So he's not hard knockdown, but he's in a semi knockdown state. So once we follow up with this, it actually hits him. So let's see if we can do it once more. Bring him all the way over here. Okay, now that he's back to an elevation, if you try doing it, you can see he got hit twice again. So as long as he hasn't touched the ground, a lot of moves, this can happen sometimes. Well, not every time. Even when you keep doing the same thing, sometimes it may not work. So it really is RNG, but most likely you will hit them twice if they haven't touched the ground yet. And if they're on flat ground, well, nothing much you can do about it because they will get iframes the moment they touch the ground. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments.